Welcome to the virtual launch of the Australian AI Institute and the ARC Laureate Fellowship of Distinguished Professor Ji Liu. I'm Michael Blumenstein, the Associate Dean Research Strategy and Management at the Faculty of Engineering and IT here at UTS. Before we begin the proceedings, I would just like to, on behalf of all those present, I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation upon whose ancestral lands our city campus now stands. We pay our respect to the elders both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this land. Before we proceed, I would also just like to let you know that this event will be recorded. So please see some information there on the slide that was just up. And can I ask you all, and I think everyone's doing a fantastic job already, to turn off your videos and remain on mute where possible throughout the formal presentations and the panel discussion. Of course, you're welcome to turn your camera on back at the end at the end of the event. So without further ado, I'd like to officially open proceedings by inviting Distinguished Professor Ji Liu, the Director of the AAII, to give her welcome speech. Please welcome Ji.
Welcome the Minister for Industry, Science and Technology, Honorable Carrie Andrews. UTS Vice Chancellor, Professor Attila Brons. UTS Deputy Vice Chancellor Research, Professor Kate McGrath. Australian Laureate Professor Branka Wojcik. The panel members, colleagues, students, collaborators, and everyone to the opening ceremony for our Australia AI Institute, AAII, and my Australian Laureate project. Thank you. We established the UTS Research Center for AI in 2017. In the last 3 years, we have published over 1,000 papers in international journals and conferences. We have received over 50 competitive grants and industry projects. Our fundamental research is internationally recognized through HBE fellowships, Australia Academy of Technology and Engineering, national and international awards, and publication citations. Our applied research has generated significant impact to industries such as healthcare, transportation, defense, agriculture, and telecommunication. Based on the outstanding achievement, UTS makes a strategic decision to upgrade our AI Center to Australian AI Institute. Currently, the Institute has 34 academic staff and 190 PhD students and 8 research labs. We have a number of external members and advisors from other universities and our industry partners. The Australia AI Institute is providing a world-class research environment for our research culture, research excellence, research collaboration, and research impact. My Laureate project received $3.3 million funding from the ARC and $2.2 million support from UTS. So it aims to create a new research direction of autonomous machine learning for data-driven decision-making. The project's outcomes will improve machine learning-based decision-making in dynamic situations and will benefit multiple industry sectors. Our goal is to make our institute a first-class research institute in the area of AI by creating exceptional research environment, recruiting outstanding researchers, producing high-impact research, collaborating nationally and internationally, and nurturing a culture of innovation. Many thanks all for coming to today's AAII and my laureate project opening ceremony. Thanks for the university, the faculty of engineering and IT, and everyone your support in the last 3 years. With your continuing support, we are very confident to achieve our goals. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Professor Liu. Thank you for your words, and again, congratulations on AAII and also your ARC laureate. Now I'd like to share with you, the audience, a message from the Honourable Karen Andrews, Minister for Industry, Science and Technology. Karen unfortunately was unable to join us in person today, but it has recorded a video for us to show her support for the Institute.
There are enormous opportunities for Australia with artificial intelligence. There's the opportunity to grow jobs, to create more and different jobs, and to work in some pretty key industries, including the health industry. So there are lots of opportunities for us. As a government, we are looking to artificial intelligence as a means to growing our Australian economy, to developing our industries, and to truly become world leading in a number of our sectors. Now, last year I launched the AI roadmap. That was very well received, and a lot of work has been done to develop AI capability and capacity here in Australia. So I'm delighted today to be able to launch the Australian AI Institute and to announce that there will be an ARC Laureate Fellowship for its director. Now, many of the members of the Institute are doing substantial work in AI. Their work is world leading. I congratulate you. I thank you for the work that you are doing, and I look forward to working with you very closely over the coming weeks, months and years.
Wonderful to see the support from our minister, and it's again a fantastic testament to the wonderful and significant work that's being undertaken at UTS and by this institute. So from that introduction from our minister, I'd now like to go towards our next speaker, who is Professor Attila Brungs, the Vice Chancellor and President of UTS. Please welcome Professor Brungs.
Thank you kindly, Michael. And unfortunately, my computer's coming to its end of life. So I've got to leave my photo up because otherwise it crashes the computer. It is a real pleasure to be here today for the launch of the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute. And as Michael said, you heard from the Minister just how critical the work that this institute does, the work that all of you do to the future of our nation. Particularly at these moments, ministers are incredibly busy people. The fact that she took the time to come to us today to make a recorded message to underscore its criticality to the nation's future, I think is something that you should all be very proud of, but you should all take as a challenge. And that challenge is, how can you use the wonderful talents that you have? How can you use the incredible connections that you have to really reshape the world as we need it? While it'd be lovely to get together and celebrate today's launch and to congratulate Ajay Liu's latest achievements, I do think it's actually apt that we use technology, even if mine's slightly crap, to virtually celebrate and collaborate. As many of you know, I joined UTS over a decade ago as DPCR. So at that point, I had more than a passing familiarity with AI and broadly the Faculty of Engineering and IT. It has been a real privilege to witness the incredible achievements of AI and indeed the whole faculty over this past decade. Achievements in building scale, excellence, and most importantly, impact on our society. UTS AI researchers have been pioneering theoretical and applied advances in this space for years. And the launch of the AAII builds on all the great work of the Centre of AI. And for me, it's critical that it'll build on even greater collaborations in this space right across Australia. So I was particularly delighted to hear that the Institute has over 20 external members from universities right across Australia, building our nation's research capacity and capability in this important field, as the Minister said. But at this point in time, as we look to emerge and rebuild after the pandemic, it is even more important than before that we work together for Australia's future success and future growth. Research with impact has always been and will always be at the heart of UTS's vision and purpose. I have no doubt that AAII will produce excellent research in a range of areas, including healthcare, transportation, agriculture, telecommunications, and all which will have real and concrete benefits for Australia and for Australian people. But I'd also like to I don't want to talk too much on the Research Significant Institute. I'm way out of date on that, and Kate will do a much better job than I on that. So I want to use my time here to really take the opportunity to congratulate and thank Jia Liu. Her recent ARC Australian Laureate Fellowship is a huge honour for the Institute, it's a huge honour for the university, and it's a testament to the quality of the research that is here. And most importantly, it is richly and deeply merited by Jia. I have had the pleasure of working alongside Jia for over 10 years. I've witnessed firsthand her passion, commitment, tenacity, research excellence, and I'll say passion again, because she is a deeply passionate person. What has always struck me is her commitment to teaching excellence and mentoring, as well as the unremitting focus on research excellence and impact. Many of you may not know, particularly younger members of today, that Jia was actually the inaugural winner of the UTS Medal for Teaching and Research Excellence. And that recognized, that was one of the inaugural ones, went right across the university and recognized Jia's commitment to teaching that integrates leading edge research. And it also says something very much about Jia. She's not only been committed to advancing her own research excellence, but in everything she does, she's driven a thriving research culture that is inspired by excellence and inclusivity and diversity. She spent much of her career at UTS mentoring and supporting women in IT and engineering, mentoring early and mid-career academics, particularly female staff and PhD students. And I personally can't think of a more inspiring mentor. Here at UTS, we leveraged her incredible research leadership talents in a role as Associate Dean Research Excellence in FEIT, as well as her leadership role in AI. It is fitting, to say the least, that the ARC recognised Jia with the Laureate Fellowship, the most prestigious award in the country. It is an amazing accolade. But here at UTS, we've always known that Jia is an exceptional. We've always known that she is excellence, par excellence. And I'm just delighted that she's been recognised at this national level. So congratulations, Jia. I'm very glad that we can celebrate your achievements at the same time as we celebrate the launch of this incredible Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute. And I'm looking forward to celebrating many more achievements and research impact by both Jia and the Institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attila. Thanks for your kind words. And I'd just like to add to Attila's message in the fact that Jia has been an incredible driver and such a successful mentor, researcher, and of course awardee of the most prestigious possible accolade from the ARC. So I really appreciate those words, Attila, and I fully congratulate Jia as well. But I just wanted to draw everyone's attention to the fact that it's through Jia's leadership and the success of the CAI previously and now AAII that we now have 156 participants here viewing this launch. And I believe that's a fantastic testament to the tremendous network that Jia has and the collaborators and partners that the AAII is forging and has forged in the past. So without further ado, I'd just like to now introduce our Deputy Vice Chancellor Research at UTS, Professor Kate McGrath, who will say a few words. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Attila and G. Hello, everybody. I am very happy to be part of this very exciting occasion that we've got, and it is really great pleasure and privilege to be able to add my voices to those of Attila's and the ministers before me. So today marks a really important milestone in the evolution of the discipline of artificial intelligence at UTS. Making the change to the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute is about more than just a name. It's real recognition that UTS is the national leader in this critical area for the future and making our mark on the world stage. That leadership role has been forged by the hard work and, more importantly, the collective work of the amazing people that we have on this Zoom call today. So as Michael just said, we've got 156, many of those, oh, someone else just came into the waiting room, many of those people here on the Zoom meeting are, of course, officially part of the Institute. The Centre for Artificial Intelligence was founded in March 2017, and since then, you collectively have built the largest research hub in the field of artificial intelligence in Australia. The list of achievements that the people in this room and beyond have created in the last 3 are absolutely noteworthy, and the few that I'm going to mention now is just, very much the tip of the iceberg. Together, the researchers have generated almost $12 million in research income over the last 3 years, which is a remarkable achievement. This has been through 36 major grants and more than 50 national and internationally industry partnered projects. The staff and students of the Centre of Artificial Intelligence have published approximately 1,000 conference and journal papers, with most being in high impact international outlets. The core members of the Centre have delivered more than 20 keynote addresses at national and international conferences and have received more than 10 best paper awards from those various societies, institutes, leading journals and conferences. Team members have been awarded 21 ARC projects, and these have included from Discovery, Linkage, Future Fellow and DECRAS. And of course, memorably, Gia was awarded UTS's very first ARC Laureate Fellowship last year, as Attila just articulated. And this is because of her outstanding recognition, the outstanding recognition she receives for her leadership of both the Centre, but more importantly, her prodigiousness in her scholarly activities, which are just quite remarkable and are world leading. Collectively, as a group, your work embodies so much of what we are trying to achieve strategically for the university as a whole, and I truly thank you for your commitment in doing this over the last 3 years. Hence, the relaunching of the Centre today as the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute makes a very strong statement for us about the ambition, scale and sheer quality of your research endeavours. Our vision for UTS as a whole is to deliver research that changes the world. Artificial intelligence represents an area that has the potential to transform all lives across every part of the planet. AI research is absolutely a flagship of research excellence here at UTS. The work that you do now within the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute will ensure the future advancement of fundamental AI research and the creation of wide sweeping impact to industry and beyond. Thank you for the past 3 years and the years that will come in front of us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Kate, for your kind words, and thank you for all your support with this occasion and the launch of the AAII. I'd like to now invite one of our external presenters today. The next speaker that will be joining us is Professor Branka Vucetic from University of Sydney. Branka is an ARC Laureate Fellow from the University of Sydney and is also the Director of the Centre for IoT and Telecommunications. Thank you for joining us, Branka, and I believe you'll be presenting something for us as well. Branka, are you online?
Thank you very much, Michael. I'm
you.
delighted to have this opportunity to pay tribute to Jia Lu for her outstanding achievements in research and education. Jia Lu is an internationally recognized researcher in the field of computational intelligence. She was awarded an ARC Laureate Fellowship in 2019, and this is a fellowship which is given for groundbreaking research. Her laureate project is on autonomous learning for decision-making in complex situations. It aims to develop new machine learning technologies to learn from complex data and how to use them to support decision-making in complex situations. This research will bring the field of machine learning to the next level. Jia is an exceptional research leader, and she is engaged in multiple roles. She's currently director of the Center for AI with more than 200 staff and students. And she's been also Associate Dean for Research Excellence at the Faculty of Engineering and IT at UTS. She's been quite prolific in disseminating her research results, publishing 6 research books and over 450 research papers. Jia is currently also editor-in-chief for 2 international journals. She has delivered many keynote speeches and chaired international conferences. She is an IEEE and IFSA fellow, also the awards which represent the achievements at the pinnacle of profession. Jia has received multiple national and international awards for her contributions to research and innovations. Jia uses her research to solve real-world problems by working with industry. She has won 10 ARC discovery projects and led 5 industry projects. Jia and her team have developed various industry applications. Some examples of her industry projects are recommender systems for telecommunications and real estate companies, which significantly increase business value and customer satisfaction. Jia has successfully established a worldwide academic collaboration network with leading universities. Jia has been very successful as an educator. She has supervised to completion over 40 PhD students, including mentoring many female students. Many of her graduates are occupying important positions, such as chief data officers and data scientists in Australian and global companies. I think that the launch of the Australian AI Institute is an important milestone in the growth of the UTS Faculty of Engineering and IT, and also in Jia's research career. I extend my sincere congratulations to AAII and Jia's Laureate Award, and wish them to continue this successful journey and contribution to science and innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Vucetic. It's a pleasure to have you speak, and all the kind words you've provided, and we fully concur. Xi has done an amazing job of taking CAI up to AAII, and the trajectory has been a really successful one. So now that the main parts of the speeches have concluded, I'd now like to turn to a panel discussion to actually talk about the opportunities and challenges of AI. And we have a group of distinguished panel members who will speak to us about different elements and experiences from their perspectives. But the most important thing is, as we reflect on the Minister's earlier comments, AI is going to be an incredibly important catalyst for everything from engaging the economy and growing that, and also positioning us as a country to be world leaders in AI. And of course, the AAII will play a major part in that. So some of the discussion we'll have here is about not only what we look at in terms of general opportunities and challenges, but also at a national and international scale. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our set of panel members. We have distinguished Professor Chen-Chi Zhang, who also, apart from being a distinguished professor and has a significant portfolio in the international space as part of the university, is also the chair of the Australian AI Committee. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Richard Hurley, who's with the Australian government in the Department of Health. Also the head of School for Computer Science here at FEEP at UTS, Professor Wanlei Zhu. And of course, last but not least, distinguished Professor Ji Lu, Director of the AAII. So I'd like to just go straight into it. Thank you to those panel members who've joined today. I'd like to start with a question for distinguished Professor Chen-Chi Zhang. Chen-Chi, from your perspective as one of the pioneers in Australian AI, what has the development of AI in Australia been like from your perspective?
Thank you, Michael. For AI research, now it's very hot. Most people, nearly everyone, knows AI. Since the terminology of artificial intelligence was proposed in 1956, about 64 years ago, and AI research and development have progressed very well till today. AI has a real impact on the real world in recent years, such as health, education, finance, transportation, industry, agriculture, trading, and entertainment, and it will impact on us more and more. AI progress also going very well in Australia. So Australia is one of the leading countries in the world in the AI researches. The representative contribution has been that Professor Ross Quinlan has developed C4.5 for the data mining and machine learning. It is still one of the most popular algorithms in the world nowadays. Australia has run annual AI conference in last 34 years since 1987. The AI conference history is the second longest just after USA. Australia AI academics have contributed the significant research papers in the top international AI conference in recent years. UTS AI researchers play an important role in the last decade. And it is expected that UTS AI researcher will contribute more original ideas in the world after UTS AAII is established. Congratulations to the launching of UTS AAII. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chen-Chi. Very important commentary there, particularly around Australia's status as one of the top AI producers in terms of research. Per capita, Australia produces the most publications in AI in the world. And of course, we now need to retain this by growing our AI capacity. So our next panelist, I'd like to address a question to Mr. Richard Hurley, whose team has actually been working closely with some of our researchers at UTS for some time. Richard, given your government context, what are some of the ethical considerations that relate to using AI to develop government policies and programs?
Good afternoon, Michael, and everybody on the call this afternoon. I think from the perspective of government, AI is a increasingly important tool for us. Allied to that are the ethical considerations, of course. We need to balance, as you do with most technologies, the very positive upsides with managing the other side as well. So to address your question, AI is will only ever be one of the multiple sources of information that we'll use when we're making decisions. We're using it to augment our decisions in work that we've been doing with the Therapeutic Goods Administration, the TGA. We've been using it to, or we intend using it to provide our medical colleagues there with some advice around where to look for possible adverse events in what otherwise is like a needle in a haystack environment. So we construe that as warm leads, areas where you might feel to look here, and you'll get potentially more hits in what you're looking for than just randomly trying to make associations. So at no level do we ever take away the expertise of the human. So another area is, another aspect is that we, as the Commonwealth Government, we are only ever interested in broad pattern recognition. We're not interested at the individual level. So the concern that a person on the street may have who has less understanding both of AI and of how government processes work might rightly feel that potentially there's some concern here that AI might be able to intrude on their personal privacy. Certainly as far as the health department goes, our role is about developing national policies. It's not about looking at the experience of any individual. And so rest assured, AI is not being used for purposes that might expose individuals' privacy or confidentiality. And another aspect that we're just beginning to realize is of concern to us is the fact that algorithms can be seen within government and I'm sure elsewhere as being a bit of a black box, that you feed it all this data and it comes out with predictions. And yes, they can often be very insightful, but there's a concern at multiple levels around how did the machine come to that conclusion. And so a lot of our work increasingly is working with UTS around providing interpretability and being able to provide some assurance to our senior people that this work is, that the work that the machines are doing is defendable, and albeit it's very complex, multidimensional, but that there is a rationale by which we can explain it. So I think that would be how I would sum up the response to that question. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. That's very insightful, and I think your comments about privacy, explainable AI, these are all very topical at the moment. Also, some of which were covered in the AI roadmap that the federal government had also talked about and launched towards the end of last year. I've actually got another question later about this, but because it is so important and topical. But thanks for providing that perspective from your government viewpoint. So for our next panel member, I'd like to actually welcome Professor Wanlei Zhu. As I mentioned, he's the head of the School of Computer Science, and we'd like to ask you, Wanlei, given you lead the School of Computer Science, which is closely affiliated with the new institute, what are the challenges from your perspective, and what are the opportunities for AI in education?
Thank you, Michael. Thanks, and congratulations to the launch of this AAII. And you know, there's lots of those challenges and opportunities that in AI in education. But from my experience, I would like to emphasize two of them. I think the first one I would like to emphasize is the lack of those well-trained academics with rich industry experiences. You know, most of our academics nowadays teaching in AI in universities have very good theoretical background, very good knowledge in theoretical things, but many of them are lack of rich industry experience. So especially those experience in leading or joining large-scale AI-related projects. So that's really a big thing for us, because when we teach our students, our next generation of AI practitioners with less experience ourselves. So I think this challenge also provides some kind of great opportunities for universities to work with, collaborate with industry. The first, I think there's a number of ways that we can do. Obviously, the first thing is that we can attract a lot of this well-experienced industry people to teach in our university, that we have been doing for many, many years in UTS. That's a general practice for UTS to invite guest lecturers from industry to give us, our students, some real experience in teaching in AI. I think the second one is that we can work with our industry partners to deliver some kind of short courses in AI to their workforce. We've been doing that recently because of the COVID-19 thing, that we've been working with some industry partners to deliver short courses. In the meantime, we actually learn a lot of things from industry, because when we deliver those courses, the short courses to industry, we know what do they need, they really need, because of their real problems. So from that way, we actually can also learn, gain experience to deal with industry real problems. Then we can use that knowledge to teach our students as well. And the third thing I think is that to send our students into into the industry, to immerse our students into this industry projects. So I think that's one is to invite in, another is reaching out. So those, I think, for this sort of things that we can solve the problem of this of challenging of lack of people with rich industry experience. I think the second thing that I really want to challenges I want to emphasize that our students, our fresh students from the high school levels, that many of them do not have adequate mathematical skills or STEM training. I think that's one of the problems in Australian high school education, where in fact, many of those AI courses involve some of the deep mathematical knowledge and training. So we need this knowledge. And because of these students, many of our students in high school, they do not have this adequate mathematical skills. So that we have to do our own training to those students when they come. So that's definitely a good challenging for universities. So, but this challenge also provides us with some opportunities that we can work with closely with with our high schools to improve these mathematical skills our potential students. So that's probably we can work with our high schools to invite the students into our projects earlier, and invite them into our research projects earlier, or we can send our academics to work with high school teachers to change some of the curriculums if that can be done. So I think those are the two major challenges I can see, and some opportunities that we can actually work into that. So that's my 2 cents opinion. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Wanlei. It's some very interesting points you raised there, and I think what's important for people out in industry is that computer science graduates are still very much hugely in demand. And we're very fortunate that our computer science program still keeps growing, and you know, the external market and parents and students see this as a great opportunity for employment. And of course, we're very fortunate at UTS that we have such close links with industry. We can prepare our students to actually, you know, have internships, close working relationships with industry throughout their career here. But very importantly, we also can provide through the AAII the opportunity for students to work on world-class research. So it's fantastic. Thank you for your reflections, Wanlei, on the education side of AI. And our last panelist, but certainly not least, is distinguished Professor Ji Liu, who I'd like to ask her to speak a little bit upon a broader perspective. Again, looking at challenges and opportunities, but talking a little bit about you know, AI in academia and industry from her perspective and the future of that.
Thanks, Michael. It's actually this is a very broad question. I just give some ideas I'm thinking, and consider these challenges. We have technical challenges that mainly from academic, and we have a business challenge from industry. That's from technical challenges. At the moment, and one is labeled data. And you know, we are all doing machine learning, and machine learning require a large amount of labeled data to allow us to train a good model, effective model. But such a requirement limits AI ability and application scenarios. So that is one challenge. Another challenge, we all understand AI cannot understand many complex human behaviors or dynamics. The machine is a machine. Machine still cannot think like a human. So that's also a part we need to deal with a challenge. Another challenge, actually, Richard mentioned before, this explainable AI. So now there are hundreds of millions of variables and parameters in one neural network, but this is in black box. Those are the technical challenges. So AAII will put effort to provide a solution to work on those challenges. For business challenges, particularly in AI application, I think the more important is AI will switch type of our jobs. AI will never be perfect, but we just need sometimes better than human, right? That is the main idea. So AI will replace some repetitive jobs, for example, translation and make meeting minutes for after today's workshop, this opening ceremony, or provide some customer services. So that is a challenge for business, for this industry, because AI will switch the type of our jobs. For opportunity for us, for our AI researchers, actually it's a good opportunity. As Cheng Qi mentioned, AI is a hot topic. Many research issues in AI have been identified, and a lot of data are available. So we should take the opportunity to develop our solutions. And also, good opportunity for us to engage with our industry. 40 years ago, 20 years ago even, industry didn't talk about AI and didn't know what about AI. They think AI is far from our life. But now we got the opportunity to work with the industry, and because the industry is willing to develop the new ideas and the new solutions for their business by using AI. Also, the good is opportunity for industry, I believe. First, that is opportunity for industry, and to have to improve the way of business decision making. It's a data-driven decision making, and also there's a good opportunity for industry to change the way of customer services. from call center services, financial services, and lots of personalized recommendation services and so on. And also, some new jobs will be created. There's also maybe some new industry will be created. For example, data storage, there's security, control AI, and so on. So I think we have challenges, but we have a lot of opportunities for both researchers and industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. It's very insightful, and I wanted to pick up on one of your points about, the fact that, the concept of AI within industry has become a really hot topic, and that's only been recently. If we look back at the history with what Chenxi was saying earlier, we're talking about, decades that AI has been around, but yet now it's really becoming hot, particularly in the industry and government sector. And what AAII and the university community can provide is some top and innovative research that can translate to industry to augment what they do, and in fact bring things that are not just off the shelf, but something that is new to world, which can only come out of top research. So with that in mind, and also with what Richard was saying earlier about the ethical considerations, I'd just like to have one final question for the whole panel, so anyone is allowed to jump in from our four panelists. Is we note that there is an emphasis at the moment on looking at AI through a regulatory lens, and particularly given, there are ethical considerations. And actually Australia also is looking at that very closely. So regulating AI in Australia is something that has been a focus in the last year or so. Do you think that strong focus on that will have any effect on its development, that is the development and progress on AI when compared to the global stage? Who'd like to answer that? Don't all jump in at once.
Hi, Michael. I might jump in first and make very short. Currently, because AI is very powerful, they apply for many places. So people start to think about called responsible AI, because a lot of new technology can do good job, can do bad things. So for the responsible AI, and the people will talk about not only to go see how can avoid AI technology to be bad thing. So typical case now talk about the privacy, cybersecurity, and the bias for AI system. I just mentioned one point, just like a privacy. It could be the privacy protection is important from both technology side, so a lot of research work on the privacy, and also from social side. So we should have some law to avoid, to punish some people violate privacy. But the typical dilemma is for privacy side, and the good thing and the bad thing can happen at the same time, simultaneously. So how can we deal with this problem? For example, if you want to protect every individual privacy, then a lot of things you cannot do. But if you want to improve the efficiency, and especially to catch up some criminals, then you will sacrifice some individual privacy. So in that case, the individual privacy is a conflict with the collective benefit. So that could be an issue for people to pay attention in the future, how to balance the same thing for both positive side and negative side. I think this issue should be cause attention to do more for responsible AI and avoid the damage AI. So I just mentioned one point due to time. Thank you.
Thank you, Chen-Chi. Any other comments from the panel?
Yeah, I'd just like to jump in there, and I endorse everything the professor's just said. And I think from a government perspective, the way the question is presented, it's almost implicit that regulation might slow down Australia's progress. I actually have a different perspective in that if we can, as a nation, as a series of Commonwealth and perhaps state governments as well, get the ethics and the regulation of AI established very early, then I think that will stand us in very good stead, and we will actually become a world leader, or you know, maintain our position as a world leader. So I see the what you might call the technological side, the actual development of the algorithms going hand in hand with the regulation and the making sure that we've got an appropriate environment for considering the ethical considerations. So I think Australia is very well placed. I think this is a very good sign, actually.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate your feedback. Maybe we have time for one last comment before we sign off on the panel. Anyone else?
I see a couple of sentences.
Please.
Yeah, saying this by my view, I think considerations in AI applications. But I think two parts we have been working on actually from AAII staff. And one is privacy. Actually, some members have already mentioned. We understand privacy is important. Particularly, we have a number of people in the center are doing personalized recommender systems. This really involved some of this privacy issue. So now we are working the next generation of recommender systems by this developing some new technologies to protect privacy and also improve the prediction accuracy and better personalized recommendation generated. So that is a privacy. Another one is responsibility. And if an AI-based machine had some malfunctions and caused some big problem, who will take responsibility? This is an issue have been discussed by a number of people, and people are thinking about how to deal with such a situation. This actually in our AAII, Marianne is Professor Marianne Williams. She's doing some research in ethics AI, and also received some good results. So I just wanted to use the opportunity and to say that's a really important part for ethical consideration for AI, particularly in AI applications. And AAII staff and students, and will do some research in this area, and also will fully consider ethical issues. We may develop some AI technologies and applications.
Thank you very much, Ji. And I think with that, on that last note, I think it's a perfect place for us to conclude the panel. I'd like to thank all the panel members for their time and for the great insights in terms of their questions and the responses that they've provided. So we now have reached the conclusion of the official part of this virtual launch. And I'd like to declare that the Australian AI Institute and Professor Ji Lu's Laureate Fellowship has been officially launched here at UTS. And please join me with a big congratulations to the director and also to AAII. Congratulations. You're welcome to virtually congratulate or physically. Thank you very much. So thank you so much for all our speakers today. Thank you also for all our participants, reaching over 160 in this fantastic launch of the new institute at UTS. We now conclude by having some congratulatory videos showing as we sign off. So this now concludes the official part of the proceedings, but please do feel free to watch the congratulatory videos, and we'll see you next time. Thank you again, and congratulations to AAII. Thank you.
From our team at 23 Strands, we'd like to say congratulations to all of you, Professor Liu and the team at the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute, for your great work, and we're looking forward to doing some great things together in the future.
Congratulations to Professor J. Liu on the opening of the Australian Artificial Intelligence Institute from Stephen Tipper, Chief Strategy Officer at 23 Strands.
Hi, Hualin here from 23 Strands. Congratulations.
My name is Rosa Maria Rodriguez from the University of Jaén. Congratulations.
My name is Luis Martinez. I am professor at the University of Jaén. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, this is Hong Chen from Beijing Institute of Technology. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Humphrey from University of Oregon. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Guanjing from Murdoch. Congratulations.
This is Yan Yan from Texas State University. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Xiajun Jiang from Rochester Institute of Technology. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Fenji from CPA Global. Congratulations.
I'm Alison Clark from the Department of Health. Congratulations on your new institute. Well done.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Department of Health. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Clem from the Department of Health. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Leah from the Department of Health. Congratulations, UTS.
Hi, I'm Yang Zhang.
Hi, I'm Wen Huiliao. We're the visiting students from Tsinghua University in China. Congratulations!
Hi, I'm Shan. I'm now in Macquarie University. Congratulations to J. Liu launching the AAII Center.
Hello, this is Lei from ULand Shanghai. Congratulations!
Hello, this is Lu from Google Research. Congratulations!
This is Yagao from Caltex. Congratulations!
Hello, it's Anjin from UTS. Congratulations!
Hi everyone, I'm Jialin Han. I'm working at Jiangxi University of Finance and Economics in China. Congratulations!
I'm Li Zhou from Liaoning Normal University of China. Congratulations!
We are from Lab. Congratulations!
Hello, this is Minsong Mao from the Jiangxi University of Finance and Economics, China. Congratulations!
Hi, I'm Camilla Cremonesi from UTS. Congratulations!
Hi, I'm Ya Hong from Tianjin University. Congratulations!
Hi, this is Wang Chang from China University of Petroleum. Congratulations!
Hi, this is Yu Cai from China University of Petroleum. Congratulations!
We are from Lab. Congratulations!
Hi, it's Yang Chao from Zhejiang University. Congratulations.
This is Tianrui Li from Southwest Jiao Tong University. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Wang Tinghua from Gannan Normal University, China. Congratulations.
Student from Zhejiang Normal University, China. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Hui Cui from Dalian Maritime University. Congratulations.
I'm Hong Yuejiao from Dalian Maritime University. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Zhu Hua from Zhengzhou University. Congratulations.
Hi, we're from Desila. Congratulations.
Congratulations.